The second inning program has arrived and I'm going to help you get your hands on these boss packs as soon as possible. Step 1, as discussed in the previous video, was to collect all 3 bosses from season 1 in order to get this second inning voucher and get 30,000 XP instant. With this 30,000 XP, you're gonna get a cornerstone evolution pack. Who you select first truly does not matter, as you're gonna get all 3 at the end of the day. What matters is the experience along the reward path for all 3. Each program is gonna have a total of 10,000 additional XP to add to the reward path by completing. So once you crack open that pack, you're gonna go into your moments tab and you are going to do the moments for that player you selected. But wait, there's more. There are also spotlight moments that I want you to do. These spotlight moments come from the April Spotlight Drop 2, which features 88 overall Trent Grisham. Unlike the Cornerstone Evolution programs, this reward path only has 1 XP icon, which gives you 5,000 XP. But by doing the moments, we will be able to tackle both the Cornerstone Evolution program and this program at the same time and net ourselves around 15,000 XP in addition to what we're already having, and get ourselves closer to that second Cornerstone Evolution pack. We stream daily on Twitch. Check out the description. Make sure you like this video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any more of our tips and guides to MLB The Show. We've also got ourselves a new conquest map that rewards you 4,500 XP per completing. Don't worry, inside of this video, we're gonna go ahead and tackle the 3 new conquest maps that dropped yesterday and today's conquest map. And if you watched the last video, you didn't complete any of them for a specific reason. This might have gotten swept under the rug, but it's also double parallel XP weekend until Tuesday. We're gonna be dropping the best methods for it, so stay tuned. There are also new packs inside of the show shop. April Spotlight Drop 2, as well as Chase Pack 5, which features 91 overall Randy Johnson. Good luck in the Weekend Classic. Now, I do understand that the Weekend Classic is supposed to start today. It seems like they're having some issues, but trust me, you wouldn't want to be playing the Weekend Classic if you wanted to grind XP. If you've been slow and steady and haven't finished all Team Affinity, then you might be in better luck than most of us, as if you're at 25,000 or less Team Affinity progression, you are able to earn an additional 4,500 XP per team at 30,000 Team Affinity points. And they went ahead and added new parallel XP missions for you to complete that will be able to jumpstart your progression all the way to the diamond cards by just playing with team themed builds with double PXP going on. The same thing applies for any of the other programs that you may have not completed yet. There are XP icons along the reward path, and all of this is going to be added to your second inning XP, so that will also jumpstart your progression. For those of you that don't like playing multiplayer and have not touched online yet, this might incentivize you as well, as along the multiplayer program, there is the most chunks of XP per program stars. At 2, you get 10,000. At 6, another 10,000. At 14, 15,000. At 24, 15,000, 20,000. And all of this adds up. So if you were to start a fresh account, you'd probably go ahead and through a couple of Battle Royale games, knock out most of these missions and possibly get yourself around an additional 100,000 XP just to start off the second inning program. Inside of mini seasons, there are also a ton of goals that offer XP per completion. I told you guys in the previous video that you want to make sure you line up your mini seasons to where you're as close to completing as many of these goals as possible. If you haven't done them already, most of these are not repeatable, but check them for both mini seasons just in case you're missing a little bit. Conquest is going to be the breadwinner for most of us, although, as I said in the previous video, if you went ahead and left yourself with either 1 stronghold per map or 1 territory per map, you're gonna be completing a ton of these goals. Someone put inside the comments that the goals are going to get their XP nerfed, and as I'm looking, it doesn't seem like that was the case, as most of them are still offering 5,000 XP. So if you have not completed all of your conquest maps and you're looking for something to do to get yourself some extra XP, conquest is going to be a great method to it. One of the final decent methods to get XP is not one that I recommend because it doesn't have anything to do with Diamond Dynasty, so you're not being as efficient as you possibly could be, but it's going to be March to October. If you have any March to October, especially at the higher difficulties, on the verge of going to the playoffs, that is going to be excellent because you are going to be getting a ton of team affinity points and you can fly across this reward path and get yourself 5,000 XP per 20,000 program stars that you obtain. Now let's say you finished all of that and you still need XP. Well, it's time to grind, my boy. And with that, you're going to be heading into play versus CPU. You're going to be facing the White Sox. You're going to put whoever you want to get parallel XP with as your starting pitcher. That way you can P5 him as soon as possible. And the reason we're facing the White Sox is because they have the lowest contact out of any MLB team. So that means more strikeouts. You're going to be facing them on rookie difficulty. If you have a high elevation custom stadium, you're going to be playing them there. If not, you can play them at Coors, Laughing Mountain Park, Ship It, etc., even Polo Grounds if you really wanted to, in order to get inside the park home runs or triples to go ahead and complete the milestone achievements and get yourself a nice little tuxedo. So I hope you haven't completed any of the City Connect maps that dropped yesterday, and the palm tree is one that you're going to complete today. I'm going to give you guys a quick little rundown of what you're going to want to do with each one of these maps. So for the City Connect with the Houston Astros, we're going to go directly after the Astros. Once you take this without losing any fans, if you lose any fans, just restart. You're just going to go back here and take as many open territories as possible. We're going to make our way down to Seattle, and we're going to close Seattle up as soon as possible as well. So skip to reinforce. Reinforce as many fans as you can. You do want to have 3 million on this territory since this is the first one that the Houston Astros moved to. So make sure you move 3 million fans over there. And then same thing. You're just going to capture as many open territories as possible. Skip to steal fans again. Reinforce this to 7 million. Make sure that that still has 3 million next to the Astros, because at times you will lose the simulation, and when you do end up losing the simulation, they will be able to take over that territory again, and it makes it a little bit more difficult for yourself. So once you take the Mariners, you skip the steal fans phase, you reinforce, put 3 million here, and then this is going to be your next leading territory, and you're going to repeat the exact same process towards the Texas Rangers. That's how you're going to do the City Connect Astros, and that's going to give you 5,000 XP for those 3 little stronghold games on top of the XP that you're going to be getting for, guess what, playing the games. So that's going to be beautiful. The Washington Nationals on this one do not even come out to attack you. So it doesn't really get any easier than that. We see where the Mets start off at, which is that 1 million territory up towards the right. So we're not going to attack it. Instead, we're going to take this territory next to the Mets. We're going to want to pay attention where the Nationals attack first. And just to be safe, what I like doing is putting at least 4 million in the middle, just in case they beat us. And then everything else is going to be reinforced towards this Mets territory. You're going to skip to attack phase. You're going to attack this Mets territory. You beat it, nice. If you don't, it's all right. And as you can see, the Nationals attack first towards their left. So that's where you're going to want to have your reinforcements at. If you did beat up this territory for the Mets, keep that 3 million there, or however many you have. And then everything else is going to be reinforced to this 4 million after you put 3 million here. So we're going to put 8 million there. We're going to skip to attack. And then we're just going to go ahead and make this path downward and do the same exact thing for the Philadelphia Phillies, and that's going to net you 5,000 XP. The City Connects for the Giants, same exact thing, but you start off with way less fans here, so that's a little sad. The Giants start off with 3, so you might want to go after the Dodgers first. So that was a miscalculation in the first step I took. You're going to face these Dodgers until you do not lose any fans. Beautiful. We finished off with 3 million there. We're going to skip to reinforce ourselves to 3 million here, and then we don't want to circle ourselves in, and the Dodgers most likely are never going to really go after us. So we're going to skip to attack, move one there. We beat the Dodgers. Beautiful. We're going to skip to reinforce again, and we're going to make a straight line towards the Giants. Take as many of these territories as you can, while keeping in mind that you do want to keep 3 million at that blocker on the Dodgers. Now, we're going to go right after the Giants. We don't want to take as many open territories because I'd rather the Giants not get any stronger. I'd rather just smoke them out, not have to deal with a ton of simulations. With 5 million, you should be pretty good to beat the rest of these 1 million territories for the Giants. Actually, we might not be. I don't want to risk it with 2 million, so we're going to skip the Steel Fans phase. And this is a perfect example. Look, the Dodgers dropped us down to 1 million there, so we have to reinforce it back to 3 million. And then with this 2 million, we're going to reinforce the remaining there. We're going to skip to attack. We're going to attack the Giants, and boom. That is going to be, well, they went ahead and beat us. They're probably going to attack us a couple of more times. But once you do beat the Giants, you're going to want to put your territory or blocker where they first moved, which should be here at the top right. But I want to 100% guarantee it. So I will take an extra turn here just to show you guys and be 100% correct. Because I don't want you guys to put a blocker in there for no reason, right? That would be pretty bogus of me to do. So we're going to go ahead and attack that. It's going to put 4 million there. Dodgers dropped us once again to 2 million. And we could have attacked that a little better. We could have attacked the top first and then attacked the bottom. That way with the 4 million, we would have been able to take some extra territories. We're going to leave the 4 million there for now just to see if they attack there first. We're going to reinforce everything else to this 6 million. And we're going to go ahead and move forward. They do attack where the 4 million is first, so that is where you want to place the 3 million. And let me make sure that I'm not blocking it. No, I am not. So that's beautiful. That is what you're going to do with this City Connect Giants, and you're going to capture every single territory, excuse me. And then for the palm trees, Marlins towards each other, Dodgers technically towards each other as well. It's the same exact thing. We're never really changing what we're looking to do for any of this, right? We want to make a circle around the Padres. If you lose any fans during any simulation here, you're going to restart. And we're going to take a better path, actually. Now that we've seen it once, we're going to take a better path. So we're going to start here. 19-0, 18-0. So ideally, if you don't lose any of these simulations, you should have 16 million fans when you're done with the Padres. And I think that's exactly what we're going to have. Perfect. So after that, make a circle around the Padres, right? You saw them move here first, so this is where the blocker is going to have to be placed. With 14 million fans, although, I want you to move towards the Marlins. Why? Because we can get as close as possible to cutting off their supply chain. Now, you can be extreme, and you can say to yourself, if I lose any fans during these two simulations, I will restart. I would actually advise you to do that to make things even easier for yourself. But we got extremely lucky and we had the perfect simulation for both. So now we cut off the supply for the Marlins. Beautiful. We know that the Marlins attack here first, so we want to put 3 million there. We know that the Padres attack there first, so we want to put 3 million there. The rest is going to go, I'd say, towards the Angels. You're going to put the rest of your reinforcements here. You're going to move this 5 million over to this 4 million and just go right after the Angels. It looks like the Marlins were able to beat our 3 million territory, which is a little unfortunate. So now, instead of us doing some simulations against the Angels, we're going to instead take as many open territories as we can. We're going to reinforce, and we're going to have to, with this 10 million, attack that 2 million. And the reason why we wasted all of our fans onto this territory is because usually the stronghold attacks you too. Luckily for us, it did not attack us, and that 2 million that was right here did attack this 1 million. So you wanted as many fans as possible in order to go ahead and capture this territory too if it was needed. It's not needed, although. With 9 million, you can skip the Steel Fans phase. There's really no point in fighting that out, and you have enough reinforcements to start chipping away towards the Angels. but don't do that just yet. Just go ahead and reinforce here. Move the 9 million from the Marlin stronghold to this 10 million. Leave 2 reinforcements remaining, so it has 3. And then with everything else, just go ahead and capture as many open territories as possible. And once you get yourself around 20, let's say even more, then you're going to go after the Angels. You're going to do the exact same thing. The blocker for the Angels is this one, so this is where you're going to want to have 3 million. And then the blocker for the Oakland Athletics is this one. This is where you're going to want to have the 3 million. And obviously the blocker for the Dodgers is this one right here. And that's how you're going to complete these 4 conquest maps and get yourself around 20,000 extra XP, and then on top of that, the gameplay XP. After doing all that, you should be more than ready to enter the Weekend Classic with a brand new team. You're gonna be getting a ton of packs, a ton of rewards, so you might even have brand new collection diamonds or stubs that you went ahead and purchased Randy Johnson with, let's say for example as well. So make sure you take advantage of this and get the best team possible, because the first 6 games are the most important games. As you lose within those first 6 games, the rewards get stripped from you. So you lose the first game, you can only get up to the 5th. You lose the second game, you can only get up to the 4th, so on and so forth, regardless of what combination of win-loss you put within those first 6 games. If you did end up enjoying today's content, hit that like button or subscribe button, notification bell. We stream daily on Twitch. The link is inside the description, as well as our social medias. So make sure you guys go ahead and follow them. Have a blessed day and night. Stay positive, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out.